Yo, what's good, man? Welcome to the Bridge Podcast, where we redirecting ignorance with positive awareness. Today, man, we might as well go and get into it. You know how I am, man. You know how I like to just go ahead and cut through the chase, man, and just get into it, into the subject, man. Today, um, I want to really speak on trust and dream selling. You know what I'm saying? Um, More like dream selling. We'll be talking about dream selling today. Man, what I realized, getting out um, from doing the time and shit, you know what I'm saying? People, the way people think, the way people move, their values. I know I speak about this all the time, but we're talking about dream selling. Like, I think dream selling is at an all-time high that I know of. You know what I'm saying? What I've been seeing. You know, people don't care about selling your dream. It's two ways you're gonna get sold this dream. You gonna get sold a dream where, they just gonna say your dream to get you out their face, tell you what you wanna hear, to get you out their face, or they gonna say your dream to keep you in their face. You know what I mean? Because they want your attention. They know you're gonna run behind them. But, with me, that's how I view things out here now, how I'm looking at people through my experiences, a few experiences I had, and looking at a few situations of people was close to me or whatever. I've seen, some instances where people have told them some things and had their hopes up and thinking, they finna get some motion and thinking, they finna rock like this and it ain't even like this. It's like they on the string, or is either you on the string and being pulled along or your calls or texts ain't even been answered, you know. Um, to me, to me personally, I feel like that's beyond disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, you wasting my time. When I can't get back, when I can be doing something somewhere else, trying to have some form of progression. Right now, fucking with you, I ain't even running in place. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm asleep, you know. Um, and it's cruel and rude. It's very cruel, especially cruel when you know that you're not going to do certain things that you say that you promise you're going to do. What I mean by promise is, me personally as an adult, as a man, we go saying promises. I feel like, when I give you my word, it is a promise. I don't have to tell you, hey, look, I promise I'm gonna do this, or I promise this, or promise that. I don't have to say that because when I give you my word, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't. It's not standing on their words, and people is not really holding them accountable for that. And it's like, okay, well, whatever. So it's no consequences. Not saying that consequences have to be drastic, and not saying that God don't, punish those um, for things like that. I know He probably do when it comes to His children. You know what I'm saying? The people that He's leading His path, leading their path. But just the all around moral of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste nobody time, man, like that. Don't tell a person and build a person's hope, because that's all we have. You know what I'm saying? Hope, and you build a person's hope, and all to know that it's just like you just throwing a ball in the air, like a water balloon, just throwing it in the air, and eventually when it falls, it's gonna bust. You know what I'm saying? And you know this, and you don't even care about the effect that it had when it burst. You know, um, I seen this. I haven't, I don't want to get into a whole lot, or say um, that I haven't come across some good people. Yeah, I have. I have, in their own way or their character, But I have seen so much, and I haven't even been out because I don't even just go out like that. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen enough, and I can say I'm not saying solely on me because I can't even say some of the opportunities I have are dreams. I can't say that. I won't say that because some of the opportunities I've had, I wasn't. available, or at the time I wasn't able to fulfill, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity. Um, did it hurt? Yeah, it hurt, because I wanted to be a part of it, especially when we talking about my passion, you know, especially when we talking about my passion. But um, it ain't solely, you know, about me. It's just what I see. And if I see it done to other people, or, you know, someone close to me, I mean, who to say I'm exempt? I ain't exempt from that, you know what I'm saying? And my experiences. So, you know, I just ask people, man, you know, to be mindful of how you handle people, you know, of the things that you say you're going to do, you know, the promises that you say you're going to, you know, that you've made, or, you know, the word that you've given, your word. Your word is all you have, you know, and don't get so caught up in today's mindset, like your word, you know, it don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter whether you tell the truth or you're not, whether you fulfill it or if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to ever get into that, because I want to get into, you know, I want to continue to be me. I want to continue to try to fulfill my promises, or the things that I said. You better believe, you know, you might well say I'm stubborn, because a lot of things that people say um, that a man's gonna do once he get out, or he's stuck in his ways, or whatever they say about an ex-felon, you know, a guy that has done a stretch. Um, I don't want to, I'm not compatible with that. So, you know, you come to me, please come straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to come straight up with you with truth. You know, if I can do it, I can do it. If I can't, I can't. If I got this door that I can get open, or, you know, it's possible, then I'll try to open this door. You know, I do the best, because I want to see everybody win. You know, I don't want to see people hold on to dreams that I've given them, knowing I'm not going to fulfill them. You know, so I just ask people, you know, from the bridge, whatever, you know what I'm saying, just from a moral standpoint, keep your word, be a man of your word, be a woman of your word, you know, have those morals, have those ethics, you know, care, you know, care how you make another person feel, you know, because right now it seems like people don't care. But as long as we keep waking up in the morning, you know, that means we have opportunities. Let's try to, you know, fulfill those opportunities. Let's go snatch them up. Let's get up. Let's make something happen. But let's be respectful to your neighbors, respectful to your spouses, respectful to your friends, your family, you know, your co-workers or whatever. Let's have some morals. Let's make, you know, being respectful the new trends. It's the bridge, man. It's Silk, man. I'm back at y'all. Y'all already know what it is. You know, back with another episode. It's short, but it's another episode.